It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan Harder in the house, and you know it's Friday, so we absolutely busy. Grizzlies kicked that teeth in, if you didn't notice last night. Whap. Dylan Brooks was about to beat up Chris Middleton. I would have loved it if he just jumped up and, no, I didn't because I don't want to get him suspended. But, man, last night, what an easy cover, Jay.
It's the rare time you're on the side of Dylan Brooks.
Golf claps. Oh, I love Dylan Brooks. What are you talking about? Have I ever said anything bad about Dylan Brooks?
Not that I can remember.
Okay. I mean, I know. Oh, it's not my fault that they spelled his name with two L's and he loans one out and gives a Grizzlies a loss on a regular basis. But other than that,
that's not negative though.
That's not negative. It's just the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts. Remember that. But Grizzlies, they took care of business last night. Tigers, can they take care of business tomorrow night? They got to close things out with their SEC schedules. They play Texas A&M. We've got football on, like right this minute, man. Did
you bet on it?
Hell yeah. I don't know if you know this. It's a Friday.
What are you on?
UAB minus 10.5.
I should have done it, man.
Dude,
I hate myself.
When you have,
I was going to, and I got convinced from one of these jamokes I should take Miami of Ohio. I took it in the first half, too.
Oh, that's so bad. You know who quarterback was of Miami of Ohio?
It was Blaine Gabbert's brother?
Yes. Now, he did go into the transfer portal because he got hurt at the end of the year.
Oh, he's in the portal.
He pulled his name out of the transfer portal. He's coming back to Miami of Ohio because the coaches probably begged him because the quarterback that's playing for Miami of Ohio today, they realized that, you know what, maybe little Gabbert's not nearly as good as big Gabbert, but he's better than this guy.
I don't know, John.
Better than this guy.
I don't know, John. You're underselling him.
I'm not underselling him.
You're underselling little Gabbert.
Little Gabbert has not done jack. By the way, speaking of that game, UAB, strong run game, great pass defense, 24th in the country. Miami can't run. They can't throw. UAB wants to put their coach, what's the guy? Trent Dilfer got the job. But everybody was really in support of, oh, my gosh.
Dilf.
Not Dilf. They weren't they want to impress Dilf.
Dilf.
What is it, Bryson? Man, I need to look it up. I actually had it on the tip of my tongue.
What are you talking about, to be honest?
The coach that's been filling in all year for UAB. They love this guy.
Bill Clark. No, he was the one that was
not.
fired. He was the one that was fired.
Yeah.
I'm looking, John. I don't know.
It doesn't even matter. Leave me alone right
Bryson.
now. See, I knew it started with a B, baby.
Bryson. I lost it.
I think it starts with an H afterwards.
Bryson Vincent. Bryant Vincent.
V and H are very close.
Brian Vincent.
All right, because they have two never mind. Anyway.
Like Bryant Dacus.
Well, anyway, no, not like Bryant Dacus.
Oh, okay.
But we got a nice little start to the UAB game. UAB's just getting the ball back. They're up 10-0 in the first quarter. So
I might be on the wrong side of this one.
The Blazers are making me feel good. We have an amazing football game this afternoon, and you're saying to yourself, John, bowl season just started. Usually these games are really, really bad.
No, this one's good, John.
This is two 11-2 teams. Did you know that?
How about that?
And both teams are ranked, homie. I'm talking about the University of Texas San Antonio, the Roadrunners, and the men of Troy.
Greg Gaston said hammer the over this morning.
Hammer the over at 56.5.
That's what he said. He said he likes that over.
I don't know if you know this. I've never ever taken my gambling advice from Greg Gaston.
Well, you might want to start, John.
Because, see, I listen to his show in the morning, and he usually comes in and says, I was one game close. Oh, I had the game covered.
Well,
and then
John,
all of a sudden, something crazy happened.
But, John, he sometimes takes our picks, and we give him winners. So, do you want to ride the over with him, or?
I'm going to talk to Lee Sterling today.
Oh, and he'll
ParamountSports.com. We got a nice segment today, of course, at, I was about to say 1 o'clock. Now I'll be off the radio having Tito's. At noon, we have a little bit of Lee Sterling. Don't forget at 12:30, we got T-Money and Brasky, baby.
Yeah.
They were really, really funny last week.
They were firing on all cylinders.
They were firing all cylinders.
I want to talk more Grizz, John. I'm in a Grizz mood.
You're never in a Grizz mood.
I'm in a Grizz mood today, John.
Well, we're talking with Jay Ham today at 11:30, all about that Grizz.
Exactly, man.
I mean, I'll talk Grizz with you.
No, you got to talk to Jay.
I mean, usually all you want to do when you talk about Memphis sports
That's
is bash.
just not true at all. That's not true at all. John, also, what did I tell you was going to happen yesterday in terms of matchups with Giannis Antetokounmpo?
You did say that.
And
I would say, hold on. You said Jaren Jackson Jr. Oh, he's supposed to be a defensive player of the year. This is me impersonating you.
My impersonation.
Oh man, a defensive player of the year. He should guard the best guy, especially if they say the same position.
No. I didn't say he should. I liked their scheme. I liked what they did.
No, their scheme. What I'm saying, if anybody's a defensive player of the year,
they
put
would.
your best guy on their best guy,
if
they play the same position.
If he was a great defender, he would have guarded him, Sean.
Well, guess what?
He ain't a great defender.
He guarded him like on 2 plays and got worked.
Yeah, first possession, Giannis got the ball, drove right past him, he fouled. Then they took him off of him, and then he fouled Brook Lopez anyway. Then an ATO in the third quarter, put him on him again, boom, another foul.
I don't know if you know this.
Can't guard him.
Didn't do a great job, I would say, with
not just can't guard him, John. He doesn't guard anybody any night.
You know what he is though? Again, he's a rim protector.
Rim protector, but that's not what a defensive player of the year. It's also not a great
Dennis
defender.
Rodman was only a, quote, rebounder and a pain in everybody's keister, and he was a defensive player of the year. Was he out there doing – well, you don't have to score to be defensive player of the year. Was it out there like he was – well, he was guarding everybody's best player. You know what? That was a bad argument. I'm going to take that one back.
It was a good one for me.
It was. It worked out good for you. But remember, the Grizz won last night 142-101.
Giannis didn't want to bang with Stephen Adams.
That was a beatdown from the start of the game all the way till the end. Like, I mean, did you expect that? I know you said yesterday you were like, I like the Grizzlies. I really feel good about the Grizzlies.
Yeah, it was a multi-unit play. It's the first one I've given out.
Yes, you gave out more units than normal.
The old multi-unit, three-unit bust.
By the way, your 1 to 9 inches of snow in Buffalo was the funniest thing I've ever heard. But know now they say it's the forecast has changed.
What is it?
They've gone from 1 to 9 to 3 to 9.
How about that? Moving up.
Moving on up. So
to the east side.
Tua's going to have a lot of snow to deal with.
And the run game has been atrocious, man.
And the run game
and
has been
speaking
horrible.
of football news, White Mike out, not cleared to play.
I know.
So you know what we're going with? Zach Wilson.
Man, and if Zach –
I need my bell.
Do you think Zach Wilson – where is your bell?
I haven't got it. I'll get it out in a minute.
All right. Zach Wilson, by the way, getting back up in the opportunity to play. Do you think he plays himself into a job again, or does he go out there and go Zach Wilson and throw 3 interceptions?
I think even if he plays well, they're going to stick with White Mike because of what it means to the locker room. Now, I don't have any inside information about that. It's just the feeling that I get about the New York Football Jets. I do think this is the best case scenario for Zach Wilson.
You can tell one thing. The dead-gum Jets wide receivers White Mike.
White Mike.
And then I just went blank on you because you keep calling him White Mike.
That's his name, John.
Well, it's just in, reverse.
I don't know about that.
Reverse.
White Mike.
So
no, I'm telling you, the receivers certainly like White Mike more, and then Zach Wilson, they don't like. But this is the best case scenario for him because Bob Saleh doesn't have to answer questions all week about who's your starting quarterback. Now, if Zach Wilson plays well, every day next week, all Robert Saleh is going to get is, so who's your quarterback going to be? Who are you going to start at quarterback?
I would say,
but you know what? He's probably not going to play well.
Garrett Wilson. You obviously remember Elijah Moore, who kind of went in on
Who
Zach.
has been so much better since White Mike has taken the field.
I know the wide receivers are saying that I want Mike. Nobody right now wants probably one of the coolest guys when it comes to.
Who's Mike, John?
White Mike.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, though, do you think White Mike is on the level of Zach Wilson is with picking up the ladies?
I don't think that matters to play.
By the way, you know
his
what?
Teammates,
oh my God,
John, the ladies might like Zach Wilson,
emergency.
but the teammates don't.
This is an emergency. I'm so sorry yesterday if you don't know what I'm talking about. But we had one of the best hardwoods of the millennium.
Oh, about MILF Manor?
MILF Manor. I think MILF Manor should have Zach Wilson as a contestant.
I also was reading more on the internet yesterday. Everybody agrees with me that the twist is that a bunch of the kids are their kids. A bunch of the boys are their kids.
They're women's kids, and then they're going to start fighting. The other women are going to start fighting because you're messing with my kid.
That's right.
Man, this is going to be a great show.
Crazy show.
Dude, we could put Lisa and Zach, that's his mother.
That's right.
Bring a whole bunch of her friends, and you can have his own show.
But they're Mormon, though, so they don't do that. TLC, not to cast aspersions on people of the Latter-day Saints faith. January 15th, TLC, 9 p.m. Central Time.
And that is MILF Manor.
MILF Manor.
But we got football on right now. We got football at 2 o'clock again, 2-11 and 2 teams. But we're going to talk a little bit about that Grizz Nest. Mr. J, before I get into the box, I need to know something.
Okay.
Was last night just like you know how they rest Steven Adams, they rested Ja, they were looking at this bad boy. You could tell they came out just fired up as all get out. The crowd was absolutely crazy. And
what a crowd.
When they came out there, they punched him in the face. Speaking of crowds, did you see there's not a single person in the stands at the Bahama Bowls?
And they have a track around the field.
Not one person in the stands.
And a track around the field, John. Doesn't Boca Raton Bowl also have a track?
Can you not get one person to come to the game?
What's in the Bahamas, John? Is UAB traveling well? Is Miami of Ohio? Blaine Gabbert's brother isn't even playing.
If I was in Miami of Ohio, I'd do anything to get to the Bahamas to watch the game. I probably wouldn't have gone to the game either.
My cousin Lily went to the Miami of Ohio. So did my cousin Gracie. Wow, I got 2 cousins that were Red Hawks.
Wow. Nice.
Important information.
Great information. Grizzlies 142-101. Jaws the baller shot caller. Giannis didn't have that good of a game. How come the Grizzlies defense last night was so effective against this Bucks team? Because you're always talking about fundamentals and defense.
They were settling.
Explain to me how they absolutely dominated from beginning to finish.
Well, first of all, they were settling for a lot of shots. And when I'm saying they, I mainly mean Giannis Antetokounmpo was settling for a lot of shots. And that's because they were matching up with Steven Adams on him. And Giannis has been making his money the past 2 years, being in MVP races, playing on the block, bailing back to the basket. And he's not going to go down there and bang with Steven Adams. So he ends up settling for threes, settling for pull-up jump shots. They're not going in. Meanwhile, you got Chris Middleton. Drew Holiday's out. So really your biggest perimeter threat you're dealing with is Chris Middleton, guarded really well by Dylan Brooks and others. Even John Conchar played good defense last night. And he was 0 of 13, 1 of 13. Or something like that. He couldn't get it going at all. So that combination, John, really knocked him down last night. They couldn't get anything going at all.
I'm glad you didn't start it off with, it was because Drew Holiday didn't play.
They missed Drew Holiday.
They did. I knew that's where you were going
But
next.
They did miss him a lot. I mean, they really did. That would have helped a lot because they were having to settle. And if Chris Middleton isn't hitting and Giannis ain't making shots, you really need Drew Holiday out there to create shots off the dribble and isolation opportunities. And they didn't have that last night.
Carter is not the guy that you want to be your starting point guard.
He's been starting a lot, though, and he's been playing a lot better. I do have to give him credit for that. He's not the Grizzlies' Javon Carter.
No, he's not.
And I will say this, John. You're going to hear so much crap today about how Jaron's a great defender and all this nonsense.
We're about to hear it from Jay Ham.
You just watch the game. You know what I mean? Like, if you watch the game, we talked about it during the show yesterday.
So he had 0 blocks yesterday, so now he's no good
No.
anymore. He only played 13 minutes because
he's in foul trouble.
He did pick
dominant performance.
He did pick up 4 pretty quick.
He couldn't stay on the floor because he was fouling. And also, him blocking shots does not make him a good defender. It makes him a good shot blocker. It has nothing to do with guarding. And also, those blocks aren't coming while he's guarding the basketball. They all come from help because he's guarding the worst offensive player on the floor that they're scheming around. And that's not a knock on Jaren or the scheme. That's exactly what they should be doing. I'm knocking the fans and the people in the media, even some of which that work at this station, that say he's a good defender because he's not. Pay attention, John. We talked about it before during the show yesterday. I told you exactly what to watch for. You watched the game, you saw exactly that, right?
You did.
And so it's not rocket science. I'm not like some guru that's seeing things other people not.
We know
this. Just pay attention. If you just watch the game, you're going to see this guy is not as good a defender as we're all giving him credit for. And if you think if people that say he's a great defender or a defensive player of the year candidate, I'm sorry, you're outing yourself for not paying attention. Anybody that knows anything about basketball, when someone says that, you are literally outing yourself to those people that you don't really know what you're watching.
And that is Jay Morgan, the rocket scientist, who's smart enough to stay at his parents' house because he doesn't have to pay rent.
That's right, John.
And you got the whole second floor, right?
That's right.
Man, what a baller. By the way.
So if you want to disparage me for my basketball opinions
or your baldness
and raining on your parade, just call me bald, tell me I live at my parents' house, and then boom, you got me cornered. I can't respond.
What about
to
you're going to be the first person to be 40 years old and a virgin?
Or 50 for that matter.
What if you actually are the last, like you don't, like what if you go to the other side? Because Aaron Rodgers says that he's not scared to death anymore because of ayahuasca.
Nikola Tesla famously didn't have any women suitors.
Ever?
Yeah. He was dedicated to his sciences. Maybe that should be me, but instead of science, it's basketball and talk radio.
I like this. As long as it's talk radio, you have to be for the rest of your life.
For the rest of my life.
You're going to have to be my assistant.
Would you be able to pay me more at some point?
Eventually, of course. No. I got you. I got to make sure you got to build some character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. Build character.
You got to put in that
In case nobody knows, John works me 7 days a week. No, he doesn't work me 7 days a week.
I did for a little bit.
Well, I do work 7 days a week, but it's not because you're working me 7 days a week. I like doing the games. We got a lot of NFL games this weekend on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM, John. And if you listen to them, you're probably going to be hearing me or Bryant Dacus on the board in some of this.
Ooh, that sounds like that's another reason to tune in. Not just because the football is great, but because Dacus and my man
pressing
Chase
the
here,
buttons.
They'll be pressing the buttons. By the way, speaking of that, the NFL is one of the things that I love to bet on, and one thing I love about betting on the NFL is I'm always finding new players or new player props or game props that I like. And what's cool about FanDuel Sportsbook, you can combine these props with other bets from the same game to score an even bigger payout. Same game parlay. Like, it's perfect for tomorrow night. We have the Dolphins at the Bills. Tyreek Hill, under and receiving yards, buddy. It's snowing. Bad ankle. Doesn't feel cold weather in Buffalo. They're going to have to wear those big, long old cleats, the 7s. Nah. Tyreek Hill under. Tua Tagovailoa, noodle arm. He's back. Hey, he's the Tua we thought he was, which is not very good. So, by the way, you and Gabe Kuhn owe me a huge apology. Like, 7 weeks into the NFL, you're like, Tua's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
I don't think I said that.
Yes, you did. You said he.
I don't think I did.
I'm pretty sure you did. And Gabe tried to come on here and make me apologize for calling him a bum.
But I've never made you apologize.
Yeah, thank you for that one. I appreciate that one. So we're going under in passing yards Tua, under in receiving yards Tyreek Hill. On the other side, we are taking the Bills, laying the points. Right now it's -7. Bing, bang. You can find these bad boys and get a nice fat payout. Same game parlays. That's just one reason I love to bet FanDuel. It's easy to use. There's live betting. You have fast withdrawals. You get paid in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. And there's, again, nothing like hitting a same-game parlay bet. So lock in your bet today on FanDuel Sportsbook. If you're new to FanDuel Sportsbook, sign up today with the promo code HAPPY for your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's promo code HAPPY. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Jay, do you know the rules?
What are they, John?
You must be 21 and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days after you receive them. Restrictions do apply. See the terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And if you have a gambling problem, call the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789. I'm in the box.
My God, John, you know what this music means, don't you?
Gambling.
Yes, but what else?
Football.
National football. The National Football League, to be most specific, because we got a lot of things that happen on Friday, John. We got J-Ham coming up.
How come you never play like an old school NFL film sound if you're going to do football?
I do all the time.
Oh, you do?
All the time.
Short-term memory loss.
This is NFL primetime music, one of the many of them. Primetime song number 3. John, we got a lot of NFL talk today. Jay Ham comes on, he talks about the NBA. Then Lee Sterling comes on, and he's going to make a lot of bull picks with it, and he's really good at that. And then T-Money and Brasky kind of stay away from the National Football League, too. They like college sports as well, more than NFL. And so we need to get someone talking NFL football around here, John, and making bets. And that's what I like to do here on Fridays during the leadoff. And so I'm going to start here with you, John. Let's start with the game on Saturday. You were just talking about it. The Dolphins go to Buffalo, 3 to 9 inches of snow. Exactly how big I tell women my penis is. Big discrepancy keeps them guessing. The Dolphins are 7-point dogs going on the road. The Bills, John, in a divisional game in the snow, are they even going to score enough to win by 7 points, John? How do you like to bet this game?
The Dolphins on the road are just 3-4 straight up. They're 2-5 against the spread. This is a team that goes on the road and does not cover. And I don't know if you know this, but it's going to be cold in Buffalo. The wind's going to be... You know what Tua can't do? He can't drive the ball through wind. He doesn't have a strong arm. He's going to get smoked. And you know what, Josh Allen? Oh, you can add this to your same-game parlay. I think Josh Allen runs for like 50 yards tomorrow all over that Miami defense.
SGP.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. I think this is a easy bet. I hate the fact that it's got all the way up to 7.5. I hope you got it a little bit earlier when it was 7. But lay the points. The fish were phony all season long.
Dolphins aren't fish, John. They're mammals.
You know what?
They're
Did you want to know something? Do you want to know a fun fact?
Uh-huh.
I learned from Ancient Aliens. if aliens came down to Earth and they wanted to actually probably talk or communicate or learn something about Earth, they say that the person they'd probably talk to is the dolphins.
Well, dolphins aren't people either.
Because they're smarter than us.
That's right. I've heard that.
And did you know dolphins get high? They pass blowfish back and forth to each other. Did you know that the poison in blowfish gets them high?
They also gang rape.
That is true.
John, we got another game on Saturday coming up here, and this one has moved a lot. White Mike no longer in the starting lineup. It's going to be Zach Wilson, and I don't trust Zach Wilson with anything. Not my mom, not in playing quarterback in a football game, John. And the Lions are 1-point favorites going on the road to New York. At first, this line has moved so much. Weren't the Jets favored this morning? Am I crazy?
You might be crazy.
No, the Jets were 1-point favorites.
I think they were 1.5-point favorites earlier.
And now they're 1-point dogs, John, because Zach Wilson is starting. This game has fluctuated so much. Might be a stay away, but how would you bet this game if you did?
I don't know if you know this. The Lions, we've been gambling on the Lions for
They're
a
hot.
long time.
They've won 5 of 6, John.
Well, they've covered 6 straight, buddy, because they covered against the Buffalo Bills. They only lost by 3 points to the Bills. In fact, not really hard for me to say this. Lions are better than the Dolphins. Just deal with it.
Okay, well, that's not the question I asked.
I know, but here's...
You were just taking a shot at the Dolphins for no reason. That's just mean, John.
That is mean.
Now, the Dolphins don't have a running game going, but back to the question at hand.
The question at hand, the Jets are going nowhere fast. Zach Wilson is not doing it. And Dan Campbell, who bites off kneecaps, drinks 4 venti coffees a day. Is a venti a large?
It is.
Why can't we just call it a large?
Because it's 20 ounces. Venti. 20.
Oh, thank you. What language?
Italian.
Are you sure?
I think.
What's the other one? Casa Grande or something?
Just grande. And that is...
Big.
Nish. Some Spanish.
It's Spanish.
Some niche.
We got a new young feller up here, Kyler. He lived in Spain.
Like Murray.
That's how I remembered his name. I said, okay, like Kyler Murray. I was like, so you're short, fast, and you can't play from the pocket? Easy. Take the Lions. Dan Campbell's team, I think they come all the way roaring back. People are crazy.
Jets D is good, man.
Listen to this. The Dolphins, the Lions have a better shot at making the postseason than the Packers. But do you know what was one of your topics on one of your buddies' shows today?
Who's one of my buddies exactly?
You know the
Stephen A.
The Stephen A.
Doggy
wasn't
on
today.
today.
Nah.
Anyway, first take.
They were talking about how, the Packers, Aaron Rodgers, because he makes a statement. He's like, the only thing we can control is ourselves, and we're just going to win out.
That's a good point, John.
It is
Control
a great
your
point.
own destiny.
But here's the point. They would need either the Giants or Washington to lose 3 of their last 4 games. They would also need the Seahawks to lose at least in one more time, which right now
they already did once.
They're losing pretty bad. My goodness, Brock Purdy's pretty good. That team's just really good. That defense is fat out. Filthy! But Lions is easy, man. This is one of those bets that I'm telling you right now. Just lock, load, fire, pull the trigger. Don't be scared. Be scared of Dan Campbell if you don't bet on the Lions.
I kind of like the Jets this week, even as dogs at home. John, my last game, we got to get through this one quick. This is the Sunday Night Football game, another NFC East matchup. The Giants and the Commanders. The Commanders coming off a bye. Their last game they tied with the Giants. We love a good tie. The G-Men are 4.5-point dogs going to Washington, John. Is it a New York football weekend, or do the Commanders roll through that 4.5?
I love Taylor Heineke. By the way, this season, 6-0 in the red zone, 6 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions. So when he gets down in the red zone, man, guess what he does?
Scores touchdowns.
He scores, man. He scores. I like Taylor Heineke. And the thing is I also like the fact that the Commandos actually have weapons. Terry, McLaurin, Dotson, Curtis Samuel.
Gibson.
You have Antonio Gibson back there, but he's questionable this week. I'm not sure if he's actually going to play. He probably will. But I like Brian Robinson. This guy can take a bullet. Took a bullet in his legs, and he's still playing football, man. Came back to start playing football, after getting shot 6 weeks later?
6 weeks later.
Man, I'm telling you, better watch out for Robinson.
But Saquon's healthy.
And the quad monster ain't doing jack. It's the end of the season. The Commanders' defense has been playing really good.
They
Chase
have
Young's
been. That's a fact.
coming out there. Jonathan Allen, there. Montez Sweat. They're all going to bust that head. I like the Commandos.
You like the commies?
I really do.
We disagreed on all 3 bets.
Well, excellent. So one of us is going to be happy, and one of us is going to be extremely
mad. Or
mad.
we split.
No, there's 3 games, so somebody's going to at least go 2-1 or 1-2.
1 and 2. That's not terrible. You're 1 game away, 1 game out of first in the mix.
And remember what shooters do?
They shoot, John.
What do gamblers do?
They gamble.
That's dead gum straight. Jay Ham's on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows, stay up to date with station events, and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports56 WHBQ.
It's time to find a new ride at Gossett Mitsubishi's year-end sales event, where you'll find the perfect deal to start your new year. Get 31 MPG combined in your new 2023 Mitsubishi Mirage, $249 a month, or buy for just $17,100, or get 1.9 for 36 months. Or take your pick from 2023 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross or 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander, $389 a month, or get 1.9 for 36 months. And if you're looking for peace of mind in your new ride, you'll get Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. 2023 Mitsubishi Mirage, $249 a month, or buy for just $17,100. 2023 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross or 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander for $389 a month, or get 1.9 for 36 months. Shop Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we Gossett at Gossett Motor Cars.
Mirage PH 00513 MSRP 17.6, Eclipse PZO 11573 MSRP 29,855, Outlander PZ 007969 MSRP 30,235, includes all rebates and incentives, excludes tax on license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 12/31/22. Dealer stock only.
Simple, smooth, and every sip as easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does with your favorite mixer. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand bottled, taste tested, sent to a few friends, then taste tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff. Just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com.
Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Hey, everybody. I'm out here in Olive Branch at All-Star Chevrolet, and Kevin and Jeff asked me to wish each of you and your family a very Merry Christmas. Whether you've bought from All-Star or not, they want everyone to feel at home here at All-Star Chevrolet in Olive Branch. If you want something new to drive for Christmas or the New Year, maybe a Silverado or Tahoe or Traverse or Suburban, or just need to sell your car, call or come by and see Kevin or Jeff. They have everything you could want in certified and pre-owned vehicles. If you need service before heading out for the holiday trips, call and ask for Jeff or Chance in service, or go to allstarautogroup.com. And remember, it's not the Pike, not South Haven, not Bartlett, Mount Moriah, or Collierville. It's gotta be Olive Branch, people. Find new fun for the holidays and find new roads to All-Star Chevy in Olive Branch, or go to allstarautogroup.com. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from everyone at All-Star Chevrolet.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss Sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show, right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM. Your Mid-South Sports Station.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan's always hanging with me. And we got Jay Ham. It is a Friday. Friday. It's time to talk a little NBA with Jay Ham. Jay, what's up, my brother?
I'm cooling, man. Like the weather, legitimately, is cooling, you know, in that sense.
Hey, but we got some sun, man.
You know,
I thought I was living in Seattle.
I felt like we were in South Portland for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I felt like Dame should have been here, you know. Everything else, we should have, well, we do have, you know, a lot of Nike in the city, so it kind of made sense from that standpoint, but I was sick of that rain, man.
Man,
you know?
I was too. I just needed some sun. I already feel better just by getting a little sun yesterday.
You know.
And you know what else makes me feel good?
Winning by 41?
Oh, that is a good feeling, but it even makes me feel better than that. 28 games into this season, Grizzlies first in the West, baby.
And that's
7
excellent.
Straight wins, man.
That's excellent. That's excellent. I think my question with that is that how many times are we going to say that over the course of the year?
I hope a lot.
It's like
Well, I'm scared of this Pelicans team. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm shocked how well. I mean, I'm not shocked. We talked about how good they are. We talked about how good they were last year, and how big, like how tough they were with just Ingram and CJ and our boy Jonas. But man, now that you got Zion playing like a maniac, that Pelicans team. I mean, the Grizzlies and the Pelicans team are two young bucks that are starting to they're letting everybody know that we're not here to play no more.
It's no country for old men, and.
That's the truth.
It's kind of rough because I was really looking forward to the 25th, going out to San Fran and having 30 on the floor with 12 on the floor on our side.
Sadly.
I'm going to get that, but I'm still going to tune in because Grizzlies featured on Christmas Day.
That is amazing.
But
the thing with the Steph shoulder injury, how worried are you about that?
A lot.
I mean,
we're talking about a dude in his mid-30s.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it is his left shoulder.
Yeah.
And he shoots with the right.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yes, trust me, I know. When I broke my right and I couldn't do anything with my left, I found out how important my right was.
You found out you should have been ambidextrous a long time ago.
Man, I wish I worked on that a long time ago.
Shout out to my pops. He got me on that working, just as a point guard, like as an 8-year-old. I'm left-handed, but I was actually going right to my right stronger, even as a kid. But it's one of those deals, man, and everything else that's kind of lined up with that, just the struggles that they have. They look great at home. On the road, it's a lot of woes. Hey, they might be in no victories for Victor sweepstakes. This is what we're calling it at 94 Feet of Life for the teams that are tanking out for Victor. No victories for Victor. That's the movement. Hashtag that.
Say his last name, Wembanyama.
I don't.
You nailed it.
No, how close was that?
Not very.
Not even close was it? Victor Wembanyama.
Wembanyama. That was much closer.
I still.
By
call,
the way, I don't.
I
mean, if
call
I could
Giannis.
Yeah.
Nothing more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
it's just
Giannis
easier.
A.
We're from the South,
Victor
man.
W.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, see, had I grew up and had Lance Russell pronounce his name for years, I would have got it because I watched Lance Russell every Saturday. Just being from the South. But now it's like, no, man, I'm just going to call him what I can roll with. And Giannis works. Victor works. You know who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But by the way.
But I want to talk about this defense thing.
I was getting ready to help you. I was going to say, I think you have some words for Jay Morgan.
And it's not harsh words because I understand where he's going. I think my question is, if Jaren's not a good defender in this league, who is?
I mean, plenty of guys. Got Chris Middleton, DeJounte Murray.
Chris Middleton, please say like Desmond Bain before you say Chris Middleton because
Desmond
I want Chris.
Bain's a good defender. Dylan Brooks is a
Did you see
good
Middleton
defender.
tackle Bain, man?
That was he tackled Dylan Brooks.
Now, would you base this on the effort or
he just can't guard. He just can't guard other bigs. He can't. He's not big enough to guard good bigs in the paint, and he's not quick enough to guard perimeter bigs on the perimeter. He has to guard the worst offensive player on the other team so he can play help and do what he does do well on defense, which is protect the rim.
Well, why don't you give Taylor Jenkins some love for making him in a very successful role?
I think he's a genius. I agree. It's a great scheme.
And this also has gotten him out of foul trouble, right?
I agree, but I'm not. It's not a knock on Jaren doing his role or on Taylor Jenkins' scheme. It's really a knock on you see all these people that write them blogs and stuff, or even just Grizzlies fans talking about he's the defensive player of the year. This guy's the best he's a defensive player of the year. He's not. It
drives him nuts.
He's not guarding anybody. He's not good at guarding, and that's defense. I understand
blocking
a shot is a part of defense. But
can you do this
guarding.
in annoying Grizzly fan? Like what you came up with a new character?
He's the defensive player of the year. He's gonna guard Giannis tonight. Match up with Giannis.
This is where I wanted to come over on this side of the glass so I can see his actual,
his
mannerisms with it. Because I really wanted to see his frustration. Because I felt the frustration as he was saying it. I'm like, let me see what this is about.
Yeah, that's my.
But I'm understanding what you're looking at, and you get it like I get it, that it's a team function first anyway.
That's right.
And
he's doing exactly what they're asking him to do. It's perfect.
You don't have to be elite. We just need you to compete. Saying that's just night in, night out. But
and shoot less threes.
He has an impact.
Absolutely
when he's
has
on the floor.
a huge
on
impact.
that end. He has an impact.
It's a great
and I
scheme.
think that's what the bloggers and the fan base, that's what they're really falling in love with, is that well, how do we say this number? The advanced statistics in general, the metrics are estimates.
Yeah.
They fall in love with the estimate like they fall in love with potential.
Well, and talking about the advanced metrics, the metrics are way behind on individual defense. We've got all these ways to judge offense, but really a lot of times we're just doing how many steals did you get and how many blocks did you get
and this
for
is
defensive
why I asked
metrics.
that question not so much in a challenging way to you, but it's like if he's that good, then in this league, who is? In which the guys that you name were the guys that I want to name too.
I'm a lot of times biased towards guard defenders too, because a lot of times the way we judge big defenders is just based on blocks. Rudy Gobert's a great example. Never in a million years should have been a defensive player of the year.
Right.
Good rim protector, good shot blocker, and not to say that other guys don't do this, but if you match Rudy Gobert one-on-one with Nikola Jokic on any given night, dude's going for 45 or 50. He can't guard him.
I mean, but that's...
But anybody does. And I'm not taking away from his guard, but even mediocre offensive players, you match up one-on-one all night with Gobert, they're going to get buckets.
But then in this league...
Nobody's the dream anymore, okay?
But in this league, we saw a healthy Kawhi Leonard get 38 and 28 minutes from Steph.
Yeah, but that's very different, though.
But I guess to my point to that is that especially now, post or perimeter, if you got the goods, you got the goods.
And that's a good point, too. It's like how can you knock a guy for not being able to guard Kevin Durant? Who can guard Kevin Durant?
How can you knock anybody
Or
for not being able to guard Joel Embiid right now?
Right, but it's not the
three-level scorer at 7 feet.
But again, going back to Jaren in particular, I'm not saying he's not the defensive player of the year because he couldn't guard Giannis last night. Like you just said, nobody can guard Giannis. He doesn't guard anybody on any given night. He guards the worst offensive player, but that's a great scheme. That's what I would do, too.
But you know who else doesn't guard the best player?
But anybody, not just – he guards the worst player. No, but go ahead. Who?
Giannis.
That's not always the case, though. He doesn't always guard the 5. Like, he's not guarding Embiid. But
he wouldn't guard Kawhi in 2019.
But that's very different, too, though. He might guard Kawhi.
Now, they stayed with the scheme. And I'm okay with that, but this trip to the finals?
But also when he's guarding Kawhi as well, they're running a bunch of screens at him. And if it is an isolation opportunity, he's guarding Kawhi a good amount of the time. Now, Kawhi might still score.
To his credit, he really didn't have to, especially with the team that he had.
Because he's also got two really good – Drew Holiday, one of the best perimeter defenders in the league.
He didn't have Drew then,
right, but I'm saying right now, Chris
Absolutely.
Middleton, one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, also could be matched up with Kawhi Leonard. And he's got Drew Holiday now, another one of the best perimeter defenders in the league.
I used to hold that against Giannis.
For not guarding Kawhi in that playoff
series. And it was kind of a Superman comic book BS thing that I was on, which I don't really advocate it for anyone, but it's like, why wouldn't you? Especially in that type of a mission. We're trying to get to this goal. You know what I'm saying? But that was me projecting my stuff on, him, because it's like also at the same time, he does so much else.
And again, it's not a criticism of Jaren. He's doing exactly what they're asking him to do. It's a criticism of what are we making this award if not looking at who is guarding the best in a basketball game?
Your agitation is with the fan base of the bloggers.
Yeah, man. Like, what are we watching? If not, we got to go find – and what people always get me is that whenever I say that, I'll get all the time. John said it to me yesterday.
I got him.
He'll say, okay, well, then who is the defensive player of the year? Well, if you want me to go through and watch the film of every team, I'm going to pull out the guys that I would make nominees for defensive player of the year. But I don't have that guy off the top of my head. I'm just saying, in particular, watching Jaren guard, this guy is not a good on-ball defender. Not in the paint, not on the perimeter. He does exactly what he's asked, which is protect the rim, play help side, and protect the rim, and he does that phenomenally.
Don't know if you know this.
Feelings.
Hey, by the way, don't
That's
know.
right.
And also, the other thing is I really want somebody to listen to his coach and do what he's told to do, and do it very well, the way that the Grizzlies defense is actually playing right now, and it's been much improved.
Well, I'm saying that's where the impact comes in. With him, it's like he has some form of it's like when Mark won Defensive Player of the Year. Well, Mark won Defensive Player of the Year.
Another bad one.
But it was really Joakim Noah that year.
Yep.
But when you look at it from just the metric side or the number side, I want to say Like in that second half of the season, the Grizz was giving up like 88.5 per game. And he's anchoring that, but yet he's got two other All-NBA defenders in front of him.
Exactly,
But he's the anchor of that 88.5, and they're kind of looking at Jaron in that same light.
Well, and you're talking about steals that Tony Allen's getting. He might get, 1.5, 2 steals,
Right.
not a ton, whereas Mark might lead the league in blocks, even though Tony Allen is by leaps and bounds 1,000 times better defensive player any given season than Marc Gasol.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I have no respect for the way people vote for the Defensive Player of the Year right now, because they're giving it to guys like Rudy Gobert, because we're talking about Jaren being in the conversation. These aren't good defenders. Tony Allen is a good defender. He's guarding the ball and locking you up, locking Kobe up, locking LeBron up. You name who he's locking up. And that's the kind of guys we need to be giving Defensive Player of the Year
I agree.
to. DeJounte Murray, guys like that.
Tip of the cap to Jay, who actually made his point today without just getting violent. I'm very proud of you.
Defensive Player of the Year.
All right, I got to mention this real quick because this is important. We got 4 games on the road, man. They've just had a nice little, 6-game homestand, 5-game homestand. They've been home since December 5th. Now they leave on the 17th. They don't come back until the 27th. We talked about the Christmas game against Golden State, but before that, they go on the road. They play Oklahoma City, no big deal. But then you got Denver. Then you got Phoenix. Then you got Golden State. 3 tough road games in a row. And then don't forget December 31st, right before New Year's, they play the Pelicans. So hell of a stretch for the Grizzlies right here. New Year's, what place we in?
Still in the 3, top 3.
Top 3?
Yeah. I don't think a whole lot will change in between, 2 weeks? 2-3 weeks or so.
But they do have a losing record on the road right now, so you could realistically split in 6 games.
Ever since Kanye,
And 5 of these games are on the road.
Ever since Kanye exposed Chris Paul, the Suns are like 1-6.
That's right.
Yeah, didn't they get a win last night, though?
They did.
But that was because the Clippers team basically went out there and laid an egg.
No, they didn't play
They
anybody. It was a
turned it in.
back-to-back.
They just said, hey, it's a back-to-back, and we're the Clippers, so we're
Well,
a load management team. And
Kawhi.
wah.
This is another point I've been saying is I had another character yesterday that's whiny NBA fans like, oh, the Clippers, they don't try any given night, and the Kawhi doesn't go out there and play every night. Kawhi's playing on one leg still, and he's still hitting game winners and scoring 30 a night, and then Paul George is doing everything he can coming off an injury. Give him a break on a back-to-back, John. They deserve that. It's not they don't care about any regular season game. Jay, what do you think about Kawhi right now?
I wasn't mad about it. I had the under. I didn't think they were going to try anyway.
The Clippers let's get the Bay.
That's right.
Yep.
Let's get the Bay. We got John Wall here. We get Kawhi here.
Who did play last night.
Right. You get Paul. You get the whole crew there. Let's get the Bay and let's see how it shake. Because even on the one leg, Kawhi's still a problem.
Seriously. He hit a game winner the other night. Literally, you could see him.
Still a problem.
And it ain't like Paul George. He's playing pretty damn strong
Kawhi
as
hit
well.
a game winner. He didn't jump off the ground, and he landed on one leg. This guy is unbelievable. He should only play half the games. If you play on one leg, we want to see you in May, like you said.
Right. That's just incredible, man. But Denver, that can be a mixed bag.
And Dallas is going to turn it on.
Yeah.
But they don't play Dallas coming up, I don't think.
No, they don't.
But in terms of teams in the West that are going to turn it on.
Their stretch they have a tough stretch coming up between now and the 31st. They do have on January 1st, they're the Kings. Kings are actually playing pretty
Kings are playing good ball. And I tell you what, the Thunder come here, right? They're coming to Memphis.
No, we got 3 straight road
They're
games.
going to Thunder.
Yeah, they're going
and
to
the
Oklahoma
Thunder
City.
are good at home, and they're sneaky good overall.
Yeah, they might get beaten Oklahoma City. Wouldn't shock me. I mean,
it'll be a close game, even if the Grizz do win. That's a good team, man.
A lot of young dudes, man. But I do want to say this. If y'all didn't catch our episode of 94 Feet of Life this week, I brought this question up last week, and I'm going to raise it again. You give me Joel Embiid. You give me Giannis. You give me Nikola Jokic. You give me Luka. You give me SGA. And you take that 5, and you line them up against the 5 current American-born 5. The American squad will have a hard time beating that 5.
I agree. I would take international.
I think the best. We came to the conclusion on the show.
I was going to say, go ahead. I saw this too.
We came to the conclusion. You're going to need 2013 LeBron,
KD.
2017 KD, 20. You can take last year's Steph, the bubble AD, and who was in 2019 Kawhi.
Yep.
That's the only crew that we looking at right now that's American-born that could get that international crew right now.
No Jimmy Buckets. Bubble Jimmy Butler. Bubble Jimmy Butler was going out there.
If you want to add him to the sixth man,
get
that's
him to
cool.
the sixth man.
Hey, I'm in. By the way, you got to do me a favor. You got to
He
plug
was
away.
different though.
He was.
But then so was what's my man that was in Indiana?
Halliburton? No, not Halliburton.
No, that was
Sabonis.
No, the one that was putting in work in the bubble.
Who was? Karis LeVert was in Brooklyn at that point in time.
I remember his name when I leave out of the studio.
Yeah,
That'd be the messed up part. He just came back too. They played at Clemson.
I can't remember. But you know what you can't remember? Plug away. Tell all the peeps about it. Oh, by the way, make sure, like I said, check out his thing for his baked goods.
/at 94 Feet of Life. That's where we're doing majority of our work. We're working on our Twitter page. We're putting stuff up, though. We have little fun facts and other thought-provoking posts that, make, provoke your basketball brain a little bit.
TJ Warren.
TJ Warren. There we go. I see. That's why you the man, Jay. But, 94 Feet of Life at YouTube. Holiday show this week. We're going to break down pretty much, just recap basketball 2022. Shout out to the Stoppage Time FC. They major coverage of the World Cup. Views from the 22 for the football.
Oh, hold up. Did you know the time traveler that I found? He wasn't a real time traveler.
Oh, word.
Man, he put out 4 games. The first 3 games in a row, he got all right. Perfect score, winners, and everything. He didn't. He had France losing to Brazil, and Brazil ain't even in this joint.
Oh.
So did you believe he was a time traveler for a minute?
He was there.
Dude, when you hit 3 games in a row, all put out like 2 weeks before the World Cup.
There's only one explanation.
This dude is
traveling
actually
through time.
I was going to say, Jay Morgan, have you ever gotten 3 games in a row and the score is perfect?
Not the score is perfect, but I'm on like an 8-game burner in the NBA.
You are on an 8-game burner.
Time machine. Somebody pulled the plug on the charge on the time machine. That's all that happened.
Man.
That's why you missed that last one.
Check out Jay's baked goods as well on the Twitter. And,
man, and John's got the special treat. And, I brought the Crown Royal cookies in for him, so he can have those for the holiday. He can just cool out.
Hit me up on my Twitter if you want to know how they are.
Hey, man, I got some hot stuff coming out bacon-wise, man. You know how we get down, man, cookie-wise for the holiday season. I don't do gingerbread men and all that stuff, though, but just other cool stuff, chocolate chip cookies, strawberries, some cinnamon roll action, brownies, all that good stuff. I'm just having fun with it, man.
He is Jay Ham. I'm always having fun on a Friday right here at 11:30. Never miss it. And also go to @94feet historian and give him a follow on the Twitter. We're back into Shake Sports 56 98.5 FM.
Let former Memphis Tiger Gabe Kuhn and Brett Norsworthy take you home every afternoon with Sports Time on Sports 56. Weekdays from 3 to 6 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Looking for a high-efficiency planting solution? The Case IH 2150 Early Riser Planter combines the industry's most accurate planter technologies with a rugged row unit for fast and uniform emergence. The Case IH 2150 Early Riser operates at your speed and adapts to unique field conditions so that you can maximize your yield potential. Stop in or call Mid-South Ag Equipment at 662-890-3141 to learn more. That's Mid-South Ag, your Case IH Equipment headquarters.
So I've got the whole holiday gift thing knocked.
I'm guessing it has something to do with Central Barbecue.
Why would you assume that?
This is a Central Barbecue commercial.
Well, as it turns out, yes, it has to do with Central Barbecue. This year I'm giving everyone Central Barbecue gift cards.
Oh, so this is a Central Barbecue gift card commercial.
It makes sense. Everyone loves Central Barbecue, and this way they get to pick what they want from Central Barbecue.
I like it.
Plus, and this is the best part, I get to put an exact number on just how valuable a relationship is to me.
That's the best part.
When I give someone their Central Barbecue gift card, they'll be able to see that they are worth exactly $20 to me. Keeps everyone honest.
Well, that should be their new slogan.
Barton's has been your hometown building supply store since 1885, offering local delivery. Now Barton's offers in-stock utility trailers, a great option for contractors and frequent DIYers on tight schedules. Available in single and tandem axle options, these 6-foot, 4-inch by 12-foot, 16-foot, and 18-foot trailers are made in Northeast Arkansas and include 15-inch tires and wood floor construction. Visit your West Memphis Barton's at 215 West Broadway to check out these quality in-stock trailer options.
The Big Finish sales event is rocking at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on Covington Pike. Want no payments for 90 days on select models? We Gossett! Make an entrance with the 2022 Ram 1500 Tradesman 4x2 Quad Cab. $539 a month or buy for $37,468. Plus high performance driving in 2022 Chrysler 300 Touring 4-door $449 a month or buy for $31,891. But if you can't find exactly what you're looking for, we can get your dream car ordered today. And no extra charges, no market adjustments, pay no more than MSRP at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on the Pike. So drive past the rest and come to the best. Gossett on the Pike, or shop online GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 75 months at 5.95 APR, 3,500 down, 300 stock number NN203827, MSRP 36,640, Ram NS170135, MSRP 39,745. Must finance through Chrysler Capital, includes all rebates and incentives, excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 1/3/23 with approved credit, dealer stock only.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Miami of Ohio scores, misses the extra point.
That's
going Red Hawk football,
right
John.
there, baby. That extra point could be big. Could be big for one of us. I got the minus 10.5. You got plus 10.
Plus 10.5. But
you got the 10.5. You got the hook too.
Plus 6.5 in the first half.
Man, look, that first half, 34 seconds. You're 34 seconds away, brother.
I feel like that's the length of UAB's first offensive drive, so we're not safe at all.
Yes, not safe yet. By the way, again, bowl season is here. It's in full effect. I don't know if you know this, but I am fired up. You know why I'm fired up? Because I like to gamble, and we got over 40 games left from here out. Plus, we have now Saturday NFL football. You know who has you covered on Saturdays? Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. We got the Colts and the Vikings 11:30 on Saturday. We got the Dolphins and the Bills at 7 p.m. And in between, we got a little Ole Miss basketball. They're playing Temple at 3:30. On Sunday, Lions at Jets, Bengals at Bucks at 3. And then the Giants and the Commandos. A lot of action. Speaking of action, you know I love a little action. You know if I'm watching all these football games, Jay, what can I not do? Much of anything, basically. You could have said anything and you would have gotten the answer right. You can't do this. You can't do that. No, because I'm watching football. But you know what I can do while I'm watching football? I can get all my Christmas shopping done watching these games. I'll just go to frontierwesternstore.com. Bing, bang, boom. They ship your order out within 24 hours. So there's still time to be Santa Claus for your children, your grandparents, your significant other. I'm telling you, they have everything from the largest boot showroom on planet Earth. They have dress boots, work boots. They have hiking boots, and they have cowboy boots and Western boots. And cowboy boots and Western boots are not the same thing. One of them has a strap. Man, I'm telling you, I'm good at this. Frontier Western Store also has all your fall fashions. They have a ladies' boutique, a children's department. They got jeans all the way from Ariat to Wrangler and everything in between. Head on down there if you want to touch it, feel it, and bring it home. 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. Or, again, shop online at frontierwesternstore.com. We got to take a quick break because you know who we have coming up next?
Lee Sterling, John.
Do you know what we're going to do?
Gamble.
That is right. Get ready to rock and fire. Open up your favorite FanDuel app because on the other side is Lee Sterling. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. There's a reason why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Their app is simple to use. They've got great odds on all different betting markets, unique, fun bet types like same-game parlay, and exclusive, always-on promotions such as enhanced odds boosts on the biggest events to let you get more action out of every game day. And if you win, they even get you your winnings safely in as little as 24 hours. If you've never tried FanDuel Sportsbook, what are you waiting for? Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started and be sure to sign up with promo code CASH so they know I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code CASH. Must be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable site credit that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line at 1-800-889-9789.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. In these uncertain economic times, there are so many things as a contractor and a business owner that I cannot control. The rising cost of materials, not to mention fuel and transportation costs. In the last 2 years, shingle prices have almost doubled and commercial materials have doubled. And I don't have to tell you what fuel costs these days. But you know what I can control? How much markup I put on a project. I have always prided myself in knowing I never gouge a customer. But in an effort to ensure my crews have work and my customers are being treated fairly, I have lowered my profit margin, hoping to give you a price you can live with and keeping my crews busy. So if you need a roof or gutters, please give us a call. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. Fiveash Roofing, a proud sponsor of Tiger Athletics and a member of the Tigers home team. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
It's the season of giving back at Gossett Kia on the Pike, and Kia is leading the way with donations to our very own St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Buy a ride until December 31st and Kia will donate for you. Get 41 mpg Highway and 2023 Kia Forte LSX. $234 a month, 36-month lease, $27.99 to its signing. Get a thrill in 2023 Kia K5 LSX. $296 a month, 36-month lease, $31.99 to its signing. And if we don't have what you want, not a problem. Let Bobby J order a new ride for you today, and you won't pay over MSRP. Plus, Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Ask for Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today. Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Post 650 acquisition fee, Forte PE 545,584, MSRP 22,150, K5 PG 186,690, MSRP 27,765. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through KFA Hyundai. Excludes tax title license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 1/3/23. Dealer stock only. Warranties limited. Powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
When you see a City of Memphis service vehicle such as solid waste or code enforcement, slow down, yield, or move over. You can help save a life. Move over, Memphis. Let's help keep them safe.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253 DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Are we sweating this out? Is this a sweat?
We're definitely going to be sweating out Miami of Ohio and UAB. UAB is up 10-6 on Miami of Ohio.
First half, 6.
I laid 10.5. You took 10.5. He took the point, so we're on the other side of this one. But you do have 6.5 in the first half.
And
it's looking pretty good.
Don't make it.
He didn't score. It's halftime.
Let's go.
You got the W.
1-0 in bowl season, John.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan's 1-0. And if you want to win the bowl season, well, you're so lucky and you're so blessed. You're at the right spot at the right time because we got Lee Sterling from Paramount Sports. What a great football season it's been. It's been absolutely out of control. Lee joins us again. This might be, is this our last time, Lee?
This is it until
next year.
The Friday before the Super Bowl.
That's right. That's right. Wow. Last show with Lee in 2022. Well, Lee, again, I appreciate the year that you had. Thanks for coming on and helping our peeps out there. And what a season you've had so far. You got a lot of stuff coming out right now. You got all the bowl games. You got the NFL. You got amazing packages out there. Before we jump into the game, though, I wanted you to tell the people right now so they can pay attention now. They don't have a pen by the end of the show when you get this out the second time because this is important information. Tell the people right now what you got and where they can get you.
Okay, so I just slashed the prices. We ended up for $397. You can get the rest of December. That is 36 bowl games through December 31st. 2 weeks of the NFL was $397. I cut it in half, $197. So I know there's a lot of people out there would love to come on board. Maybe it's a price point. So I'm going to make it, even if they're $15, $20, $25 better, they can afford my service for the next 2.5 weeks. So love to have them for the ride. We've won 13 out of 18 weeks since the start of the preseason. And I'm talking about a couple 9-2, 10-2, 10-3 weeks. That's where you can really build the profit. So if you'd like to come on board, love to have you. ParamountSports.com.
Lee, let's jump into a little action. Let's start with a little local action. We got Memphis playing Utah State. Memphis 7-point favorite. This game, again, for Memphians is a very hard one to talk about because you got mixed emotions. Sometimes you get a little blurry. Help us get back into focus on this game.
Okay, Memphis, the better offense and passing game, but Utah State, number 25 versus the pass, allowing just 198.4 yards per game. Both teams are 6-6. Memphis's wins were against Tulsa, their best ones, and North Texas. Not impressive. Utah State played better the second half of the year. They have wins against Air Force and San Jose State. I'm calling for the upset here. Hate to see it, but I think Utah State's the right side, 30-27.
30-27, they outright beat up on Memphis?
Yep.
I feel you there, man. Hey, you know what? Memphis fans probably aren't very shocked. Now, the Rebels, they are very, very fortunate in the aspect that this is going to be a pretty complete team. They're getting a little bit. Some people are getting healthy at the right time. They're a 3.5-point favorite over the Texas Tech Red Raiders. You know I'm a big Ole Miss fan. Don't break my heart, please.
Were you always an Ole Miss fan?
No. Just when my two children went there.
Okay. Who are you? I know you're a Memphis fan. Anyone else?
Memphis and Ole Miss, and that's pretty much it. Everything else is all about making that money.
Okay. Well, when your money goes to a college, it's pretty easy to pledge your allegiance there.
True that.
So here's what I see in this game. Huge positive that Lane is coming back to Oxford. I thought he called a couple poor games this year, especially the second half against Alabama and the last game against Mississippi State. So I think he's going to be motivated. I think the team losing to Mississippi State and losing their bowl game last year to Baylor 21-7, I think they want to get the stink out here. Now, if this game was played 4 or 5 weeks ago, Ole Miss is favored by 10 points here. Texas Tech won 3 straight, went 7-5, did not have a statement win. Ole Miss 8-4 and lost their last 3. So you're getting a favorable line. Like I said, Ole Miss has something to prove. They have the better running game. If Lane just sticks with it here, Ole Miss 35-24.
Oh, I love that. Thank you. It's going to be a beautiful December 28th for me then because Savannah will be happy, I'll be happy, and all of us will be making some money. Now, sad's what happened down in Starkville.
Are you going to the bowl game?
You know what? I haven't decided.
Okay.
It's one of those things that right now the girlfriend and me are kind of pulling in two different sides. You know how that is.
Okay, that happens.
But we do have
Well, the good thing about Houston this time of year is
it's
lots of hotels available.
Lots of hotels available. Man, I'm glad you told me that. Now, Mississippi State, real sad news what's happened. Of course, everybody with the Pirate passing away. Rest in peace, Mike Leach. But they got to play a bowl game. Zach Arnett's been named the head coach now.
Yeah.
And Illinois is a 2-point favorite. Did the Bulldogs come out and play inspired football?
I really feel for these kids. I mean, this is a tough situation. The importance of the game has taken a back seat because of his passing. I mean, I used to call him the Mad Professor, and then the Pirate was one of a kind, and he brought the air raid into the modern era. But this offense is going to have a tough matchup, and I don't know if their heads are going to be there. I think they want to do the right thing and play in his honor, but Illinois' defense, number 1 in the country. A lot of people don't realize this, allowing just 12.5 points per game. They held 4 opponents.
Hold up. Did you just say that?
That's it. Number 1.
I did not know that.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
You're not the only one surprised. Probably 98% of the public would have no idea. They held 4 opponents, Johnny, to season-low yardage. They have a quarterback, DeVito. Not great, but he can make things happen. I mean, if you're down by 3 points in a game, you need him to go the length of the distance in a minute. Probably not happening. But in a close game, he can scramble, make things happen with his feet, like on 3rd and 5, and make plays on the run. I like Illinois here, 23-17.
23-17, the Illini with, holy cow, the number 1 defense in the country, and I had not a clue. Now, Clemson, DJ Uiagalelei is not going to play. Tennessee's getting 6.5 points. What side's which orange is correct?
Yeah. So, I don't know if I told you this. I want you to make a guess. Who do you think is going to end up being the MVP this game?
Ooh, Hyatt, he's not even playing.
Not even playing.
Not even playing. Shoot, I have no idea.
I'll give you a vote. Vote for my daughter. She's singing the national anthem.
Oh,
for the Orange Bowl game. So she got an email about 6 weeks ago and was, I mean, you talk about calling my phone. I was doing a segment like I would be with you. She must have called 5 times within like 5 minutes. And then started texting me, you need to call me now, all in capital letters. So they are flying her down from New York City, and December 30th, she'll be singing the national anthem at the Orange Bowl. So everyone check that out. So
that is so awesome.
Yeah, and
7 o'clock on
Orange.
ESPN, Hard Rock Stadium, baby.
Yep, she'll be in orange, so won't be hard to miss. I think the hype is huge here for Clemson quarterback Cade Klubnik, but I don't know if you know this story. Did you know that he wanted to go to A&M over Clemson?
No, I did not.
So he had some family ties to A&M. He was, I think, set on going to A&M. This is what I heard through a couple pretty good sources. And then Connor Wegman made a decision a day or two before he was going to make his choice. And so he's like, okay, he's going there. I'll go to Clemson. So sometimes the guy that falls to you is what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's special. I think he's going to be a star, and I think he's going to make a statement here. I would lean Tennessee if they had their quarterback in Cedric Tillman and Jalen Hyatt, but both guys opted out here. Joe Milton is no slouch as a backup, but I just think that Clemson's better on the offensive and defensive line. Give me Clemson, 35-24.
I feel like the subtraction of DJU also helps Clemson so much. Not just talking about Klubnik.
There's no if, answer, buts. It's Cade's team now.
Yeah, it is definitely his team. Clemson's going to get it. The Vols did have a great season going, got all the way up to number 1 in the country, and man, feels like the wheels fell off. But it's kind of crazy. Gamecocks beat them both. So the Gamecocks beat them both. Now Georgia is a 6.5-point favorite over Ohio State. Is Georgia going to have an opportunity to run through 2 Big Ten teams on the way to a title? Ohio State's up first. Georgia's 6.5-point favorite. Which game you like?
So, third time for Georgia. They get to play in this building. Last time, a couple weeks ago. I mean, they're familiar with it. They've been there before. I love their 3-headed monster at running back, Kenny McIntosh, Dejon Edwards, and Kendall Milton. They use their all 3 different skill sets at a high level. C.J. Stroud was really good, but in the 2 big games at Notre Dame, didn't play well. Against Michigan, didn't have enough to get the job done here. So unless Stetson Bennett throws 2 or 3 interceptions, I think the Bulldogs are the right side here. I think Georgia pulls away late, 37-17.
I like it. Pulling away late, getting the cover. Georgia, the Bulldogs. I know you got a free play out there. Who you got? USC, Tulane. I know one thing. This game right here scares the jeebies out of me. How did they get the free play from an expert like you?
Well, I think I figured out who's going to play and who's going to opt out. So you want to get this game? Just call 800-400-9741. Again, the number 800-400-9741. We'll give it to you for free. And if you want to hop on board our Double Down December special, just $197. That's right. 36 bowl games, 2 NFL weekends. We've only had 3 losing NFL weekends. College football is our bread and butter. Just one place, ParamountSports.com.
Lee, you are the man. I appreciate the year, and keep in touch, and congratulations. His daughter will be singing the national anthem at the Orange Bowl. That'll be December 30th, the Clemson and Vols game. That's amazing.
Yeah, you be safe, Johnny, and best wishes to you, your family, your staff, and all the listeners out there. Just love hearing from them. Great group of people. Great holiday season, and we'll get back in touch Friday, the couple 2 days before the Super Bowl. All right?
Man, be blessed until then, my brother. That is Lee Sterling, Paramount Sports. Guess what, Jay? I got a good story for you today. I don't think it can match up to MILF Manor, but I'm telling you right now, I got some crazy stories. Do you have any stories for us?
I always have stories, John.
You do, don't you?
I'm a story machine or something.
You know, I like my little app machine, and right now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back if your first bet doesn't win. Just sign up with the promo code HAPPY. FanDuel is the bomb because you can do point spreads, money line, player props, futures. You can bet on everything from women's basketball all the way to cricket and some tennis. You can throw in, of course, some football, basketball. They have it all over there. And the cool thing is they have live betting. So if you missed the action because you forgot, hey, bowl season started at 10:30 this morning. UAB's playing Miami of Ohio right now. You can go to FanDuel and you can place a live bet right now. It's all on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. Sign up today with the promo code HAPPY for your no-sweat first bet. That's promo code HAPPY. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Must be 21 and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. Refund issued is non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions do apply. See the terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line. 1-800-889-9789. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
J.
Hey, John.
Guess what?
What?
It's another Friday.
It is.
So I'm going to let you start. You had the best story so far of the week. MILF Manor.
Of the millennium, John.
January 15th.
Of the
on the
millennium.
TLC.
On the TLC.
Which we learned is not the Hallmark Channel.
It is different than the Hallmark Channel. It's actually TLC.
I don't think on the Hallmark Channel they're going to have MILF Manor.
No.
TLC trying to get a... Because I thought it was... What is it? Doesn't it stand for like Tender Loving Care?
No, that's what like TLC... I think it's the Turner Life Channel.
Oh, okay.
I think that's right.
You know some television, my
I'm a
man.
TV guy, John.
All right.
Majored in school.
I'm going to let you start, but I do have a really good story on the other side, and I don't know how to tie it into sports. You know, I always tie it into sports. This one just has nothing to do with sports.
I don't do that.
I know.
Should I start doing that more?
Well, I mean, it's okay. I like the.
I like
mean,
it.
MILF Manor has something to do with sports because
I gotta make it
we
Access
said
Hollywood.
Zach Wilson's young enough to be, half of those ladies' age, and we know that he likes the older ladies. So that was a way to tie it in to football.
I gotta always treat Access Hardwood kind of like Entertainment Tonight.
We'll keep doing it.
Or
You're doing a
Access
great
Hollywood.
job,
John. In Australia, there has been a recall, and it has been expanded across a spinach company after hallucinogenic spinach sickens more than 50 people.
How do you get your spinach to hallucinate?
I don't know, John, but you can't anymore because it's all been recalled. This happened in Australia. It sickened more than 50 people, and people are calling in reporting hallucinogens. It was happening at spinach they sold at Costco.
You know that I eat spinach every single morning in my smoothie,
In
bro.
your smoothie.
Could you imagine if I walked up in here tripping?
Well, hallucinate.
That's tripping.
Yeah, it is.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's in Australia and New England, and Food Standards is looking into the situation. Maybe someone dosed it, or maybe it's just bad spinach can make
I don't
you
think
hallucinate.
bad spinach is going to do that to you. So I think somebody dropped a little LSD in that joint.
Riviera Farms branded spinach.
Unbelievable. I guess their stock's going down, or would it be going up? All of a sudden, everybody going to a concert is going to go eat spinach before the show.
Well, you can't anymore, John. It's all been recalled. It's baby spinach, too. So spinach you feed the babies? No, just small
baby
spinach,
spinach
I
is
think.
the stuff that you put in the smoothie. Anyway.
It's just small spinach.
All right, check this out. Speaking of a baby, are you ready for this? What a great segue.
Okay.
A 2-year-old baby was swallowed whole by a hippopotamus in Africa. It's in the Uganda, okay?
That's sad, man.
Well, no, hold on. I'm not going to tell you a sad story on a Friday.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, a man picked up a rock. This dude needs to be signed by a professional. I did tie it into sports. He needs to be signed right now to pitch in the pros. He picked up a rock. He chunked it at the hippo, nailed the hippo right in the eye so hard that he vomited up the child. They rescued the child, and guess what? The child's cool.
Wow. You're right. It wasn't a sad story. It had a happy ending.
Dude,
you think this child was covered in? Clearly, the child was covered in like hippo stomach acid or like hippo saliva. Do hippos have saliva? I don't know exactly.
In fact, the 2-year-old was taken for treatment to a nearby hospital after the whole situation. The man's being hailed as a hero, of course, but they were in Lake Edward, and they say that hippos usually don't get out there and attack young children in Lake Edward. So this was a very rare thing that happens, but a miracle. Like, it's a good thing that he was only 2 years old because it would have bit you in half if you're a whole person. But he was little.
But the hippo wouldn't have gone after a whole person.
He was like swallowing, like, I don't know, like just a little, like accidentally swallowing a piece of bubble gum.
How big is a 2-year-old? How big are 2-year-olds?
They're like this size, you know what I'm saying? Like that's
Are they
about
really that size?
Like there's
We're on the radio. How do we
little
describe
guys.
how big you just put up? Like 2 feet?
Like not
They're
a
bigger
full,
than 2 feet.
They're like they're about that. They're about like little shorties. They're like 2.5 feet, maybe 2.5.
2.5 feet.
I'd say probably like.
Must be a big hip.
I mean, I've raised 2 daughters.
You
think
have.
I would remember this.
That's why I'm asking you.
I don't know
how
if
big
you
they
know
might
this.
be.
They're old now. I mean, not old. No offense, ladies. They're not old. They're just 26 and 18.
Well, then people say time flies when you're,
No, 19. Sorry, dear.
People are gonna say time flies when you have kids though, because they grow up so fast.
Yes, but when you're 2, you're still a little tyke. Like my buddy Mitch's kid. He's so little, actually. He's about this big. Yeah, man, you're little. But the kid's cool. No. I have a question for you. If you're a baseball team, do you sign the guy who picked up the rock?
Yeah, or if you're the Jets right
do you
now,
know how
gotta start
perfect
Zach
of a
Wilson
throw
this
that
week.
had to be?
How perfect?
I mean, dude, he hit a from a bank in the Uganda. My man picked up a rock and hit a rhino out in the middle of the lake. Not in the middle, but close to shore. I'd say a good 60 feet 6 inches, just like the pitcher's mound. Hit the hippo right in the eye. Sounds like a pitcher to me, buddy.
That's right. Or a quarterback, John. Don't discriminate.
No. This is a pitcher, brother. He picked up a rock. He didn't pick up like a boulder. You know what I'm saying?
John,
yes.
A family originally, this is another story, by the way, segue, transition. A family from Tennessee. Cool. They're from Nashville. They live in Nashville, John. They went to go visit some family. I guess they're originally, or their ancestors are from jolly old England town. So they went over to England for Thanksgiving to celebrate some Thanksgiving. Now,
wait a second. They don't celebrate Thanksgiving in England?
Good point, John, but here's what I think. I think is they're maybe originally from America. They have family that lives in England, and they still celebrate Thanksgiving over there because they're Americans. They just live over there. Point is they went.
Just a reason to get down on some chow.
Or maybe they just went out of town for in mid-November for another random reason. Anyway, this family goes to England. They go visit them in London, jolly old London town. They take their dog with them. It's a couple.
What are you,
and their
Charles
dog.
Dickens?
It's a couple. I'm telling the story. Jolly old London town. Is that what Charles Dickens would say?
Something like that.
Bah humbug. That's Charles Dickens. Anyway, this family takes their dog. They go to London. And then it's time to come home. They've had a nice trip with their family. They decide to come home, and you get a dog in a crate. Well, sometimes they make the dogs, unless it's a emotional support animal, the dogs ride in a different area than the people ride in. And so they give their dog in the crate to the people, and they put him on the plane, and they get home, and they are like, where's my dog? Where's my dog? Well, in the flight, the transcontinental flight from England to Nashville, John, they're on an airline. I don't want to say the airline, so let's just say it rhymes with Fiddish Airways. And John, so they fly back to Nashville. They get to Nashville, and they can't find their dog. Well, the dog had been sent to Saudi Arabia.
Where they can't send dogs to.
Can you not?
I don't think they take dogs.
Well, the dog went on a trip to Saudi Arabia, and the people went on a trip to Nashville.
Animals are considered... Man, hold on. Saudi Arabia. I really think I know this. Because, I don't know. Never mind. You might remember my ex.
Well, they're afraid that the dog won't ever be the same. It's breaking our hearts.
All right. Here.
Because the dog was all alone in a crate for days.
Oh, nope. Now... There is no legal restrictions against keeping dogs as pets in Saudi Arabia. However, you should avoid keeping dogs inside the house because then you will be shunned as impure and dirty.
So it has nothing to do with the dog itself. But think about that,
the dog
John.
is dirty. They said that you can't have him. You can't. Man, if you don't let him stay in your house, it's going to be hot as can be, man. Just don't send a dog to Saudi Arabia.
Well, the dog already has to sit in a crate on a transcontinental flight. That's a long flight. Then they get sent to the wrong place, so the dog has to stay in the crate.
Do they let the animal out to go to the bathroom?
No, because their people aren't
there. I hate
there.
to say this. Their owner should have maybe not taken the dog on the trip. How about you get a dog sitter? This is ridiculous.
Wow, it's not the airline's fault. You blame the people for bringing the dog.
No. Let me tell you something. I would be looking.
Great take.
Do you know how cross-eyed I'd look to somebody if I'm like the dude who has to put the luggage in there and all of a sudden I'm like, wait, y'all are flying across the ocean and you're putting your dog in the bottom of an airplane?
What's worse,
That's animal
John?
abuse.
What's worse? Is it?
I mean, you're just doing a service. You're just here. The people who own the dog, you screwed your dog.
What would annoy you more, John? I'm putting you on a flight scenario. What would annoy you more? What would annoy you more? You see a dog in a crate that they're about to put underneath the plane, or someone brings their...
Couple people agreed with me already on why would you put a dog in a crate on a transcontinental flight? That is abuse.
Well, what would you rather have, John?
What would I rather have?
What would you look more cross at? A dog being put in a crate to be put under a plane?
No, I'm looking at the people cross because they're putting their dog on that plane. I'm feeling sorry for the dog. Like, I'm going to try to let the dog go out because, where's it going to go to the bathroom at?
John, what would you look at more cross? People that are putting their dog underneath a plane to be going on a cross-continental trip, or the people that bring their dog on the planes as emotional support animals, and then the dog poops in the aisle and they don't clean it up and it just
No,
sits there?
man, emotional support dogs are good. They don't do all that stuff.
They do.
I've
Emotional
never had
support
it.
dog is just a dog.
No, it's not.
Yeah, nowadays it literally is just a dog. And
I
the
thought they had to
people-
go through a class.
That is like a support animal. But like emotional support dogs could just be like any animal. The person needs emotional support. They get a certain
is
animal.
this the whole
and now they
thing
just
about
can do
how
whatever they
come,
want.
like everybody's weak and you can have a whoopee
Literally.
at work? Do you know what a whoopee is?
No.
You never seen that show where the little kid wanted his whoopee all the time? It's like an old movie. 901-360-8255. 901-360-8255. I feel like it might be Mr. Mom is the name of the show.
That has what's his name in it? That played Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. And when didn't you say he was Batman yesterday?
He was Batman.
Man, how do we do this? It's like amazing. We keep informing the people.
We do.
I did have another story. Do you know how to signal if you're a swinger?
No.
I didn't know this either. I like to frequent Miami, right?
Yeah, South Beach.
And there's a club called the SLS Club. Swingers Lifestyle.
Salt Lake City. Oh.
That is something that's pretty obvious, okay?
I didn't know.
But I learned this today, okay? Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
So, Linda and her husband went down to the beach. They're down in Florida. And some beautiful weather. They're on vacation. It's a beautiful sunny day. And they stop by a little boutique. And they see these bathing suits. There's a man and a woman's matching bathing suits. They're so corny. They're like, yeah, let's put on some matching bathing suits. Well, the bathing suits were matching, and they had a bunch of pineapples on them. Did you know?
I did know this.
You did know this?
I did. So go ahead and finish it, though.
So they said that they go to the beach in their matching pineapple, out bathing suits. And she's like, I don't know what it was, but no, like all of a sudden, everybody's just being nice to us, and they seemed a little extra interested in me and my husband. And I was confused for a little bit, and I was just like, oh, God, it just must be such a beautiful day. Then they found out when they posted a picture of themselves on the beach on social media that a bunch of their friends sent out all these things laughing. And they're like, that's the international swinger sign, the pineapple.
Right.
Like if there's a swingers party going on, I'm teaching people.
You
put a pineapple out there on front.
That's right.
How did you know these things?
I can't remember where I heard it. I actually heard it from something in Miami that happened, though, is where I heard it for sure.
Dude, and I've seen some pineapples, man. It's kind of now, it's changed the way I see the world.
I got one more, John.
Knowledge. Once you learn it, you can't unlearn it,
That's
bro.
right.
It changes the way you see the world. So if I see somebody on pineapples, the whole time I'm going to be wondering, man, they swingers, aren't they?
That's right.
I mean, can you like pineapple?
No.
I like pineapple. I have pineapple every morning, but I don't wear pineapple clothes.
There's also something, if you drink pineapple juice, there's some kind of sexual activity that's more pleasing to both parties. Anyway, I'm not going to go into detail about that. That's the kind of thing that might get me in trouble on the radio. John, I got one more thing just came across my docket watching this UAB game, and I think UAB has four of the best football names in the country. Fish McWilliams plays for UAB. Tater Reed plays for UAB. I'm seeing a guy here named Wilson Beaverstock. And last but not least, Clay Smelly. UAB can go head-to-head with anybody in the country with names.
That is absolutely beautiful, and I don't know how you found that, but I love it. And you know what else I found? I found out that hemp can help you alleviate pain, anxiety. It can help your stress levels. It's for health, wellness, and lifestyle. If you haven't found out what hemp can do for you, head over to my friends over at 3670 South Houston Levee Road in Collierville. Talk to their knowledgeable staff. They can point you in the right directions. If you don't know terms like Delta 8, 9, 10, THC, OVP, HHC, go talk to them. CBD, CBGA. Go out there and talk to them. Find out what hemp can do for you. They have a variety of ways that you can take it, from topicals to tinctures. They have vape carts to moon rocks to flour, edibles galore. It's like, for me, it's like when I was a kid, I used to love Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. Not the one with Johnny Depp. Talking about the one with Gene Wilder.
Nailed it. I didn't know if you were going to get his name.
Man, I got this, man. It's a Friday. I'm on point today. But I'm telling you, you head out there. It's like it's a candy store for adults, but it also does a lot. If your struggle's sleeping, again, if you're having anxiety, sometimes the best answer is not to go out there and get on pharmaceuticals. Literally go out there and find out what hemp can do for you. 3670 South Houston Levee Road in Collierville. And don't forget, they're doing a little 12 days of Christmas. Do you remember that, Jay?
That's right. And today is what day, John?
So I need the date first.
It's the 16th of December.
Today is the 16th of December. I know it's a Friday. So today, all day long, you get 20% off your entire purchase when you spend $100. Head on out there to Hemp 20, 3670 South Houston Levee Road in Collierville. We got T-Money and Brasky on the other side on a Friday. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
The season has changed. You know how I know? It's finally here, the Family Leisure Christmas Sale. Excellent deals on pool tables, shuffleboards, and saunas. Oh, we're just beginning. Tired and sore from shopping? Check out the huge selection in stock of hot tubs and massage chairs. Oh, and you can surprise the kids with the best stuff, like a new arcade, a game table, even a play gym. Gifts for the whole family to enjoy and enjoy together. Also on sale, theater seating, outdoor kitchens and grills, patio furniture, and fire pits. Merry Christmas from our family to yours. That's Family Leisure of Memphis. Every year we wait. They always deliver. They've done it again. The Family Leisure Christmas Sale is happening at I-40 and Whitten Road. That's 2120 Whitten Road to be exact. That's the place of shopping heaven. Family Leisure, where family and fun all come together.
Bartlett Small Engine has been serving quality power equipment since 1970. They have a full line of power equipment, parts, and services for most makes and models. Bartlett Small Engines has the best brands in the power tool industry: Honda mowers, trimmers, and generators, Steel blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws, Echo trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws, plus quality products from Red Mat and Shindawa. And they're all American made. Bartlett Small Engine is your can-do store. 6780 Summer Avenue. Call 901-386-9779.
Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. There's a reason why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Their app is simple to use. They've got great odds on all different betting markets, unique fun bet types like same-game parlay, and exclusive always-on promotions such as enhanced odds boost on the biggest events to let you get more action out of every game. And if you win, they even get you your winnings safely in as little as 24 hours. If you've never tried FanDuel Sportsbook, what are you waiting for? Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started and be sure to sign up with the promo code HAPPY so they know I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code HAPPY. Must be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder. Depending on how long you've been around, you've likely known my name for 30 years. Perhaps for my 20 years as the morning show on Kix 106 as the Young and Elder Show, or my 15 years at Brian Elder Roofing. So obviously, my reputation means everything to me. One terrible customer experience could tarnish a third of a century of goodwill. My reputation for quality and strong relationships is our main focus. We're the highest certification, a platinum preferred contractor with Owens Corning. If you have a business or a commercial building, we're the highest certification for warranties with GAF and Mulehide products. We don't come at you in sales mode. If you got a problem, sometimes the solution is just to fix the problem. Call me right now. I'll come out and see you today. 867-0303 or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
It's the season of giving back at Gossett Kia on the Pike, and Kia is leading the way with donations to our very own St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Buy a ride until December 31st and Kia will donate for you. Get 41 MPG Highway and 2023 Kia Forte LSX. $234 a month, 36-month lease, $27.99 to its signing. Get a thrill in 2023 Kia K5 LSX. $296 a month, 36-month lease, $31.99 to its signing. And if we don't have what you want, not a problem. Let Bobby J order a new ride for you today, and you won't pay over MSRP. Plus, Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Ask for Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today. Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
$650 acquisition fee. Forte PE $545,584. MSRP $22,150. K5 PG $186,690. MSRP $27,765. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through KFA Hyundai. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 1/3/23. Dealer stock only. Warranties limited. Powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan's with me. Big thanks to Jay Ham, who's joined us. We talk with Lee Sterling, Paramount Sports. And it is that time of the day we get to talk to T-Money and Brass.
The rare situation where they're together in the same room, John.
Oh, my God. That is kind of a scary thought. I wonder who ends up passed out in a bathtub before the day's over. I'm putting my money on Brasky.
Me.
No, I think you might be just at home watching some games.
Or playing them.
Or playing them. Yeah, that's right. You love playing those things.
Love the games, John.
Do you have your own computer thing?
I do.
Did you build it?
And a little box and a little Xbox. I also got a PlayStation, got one of them Nintendo
Wait,
Switches.
You have 3 different gaming consoles?
Yeah, you play a game on anything you got, John.
Wow, that's fascinating. Well, we have UAB, a game right now, 10 points to Miami of Ohio, 6. UAB does have the football. Hopefully they put together a nice drive and go in there and give me the cover. Jay's already won his first bet. He got the first half.
I'm 1-0 in bowl season, John.
He's doing good. Speaking of doing good, man, Brian Elder does the best work in Memphis. He's your roofing repair professional. He's the #1 commercial and residential contractor in the Mid-South. He's been doing this for over 30 years. Of course, he's licensed, bonded, and insured. No questions asked, warranty guarantee. And if he says you have a claim, you have a claim. Give him a call, 901-867-0303, 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing. Let's talk to T-Money and Brasky. First up, I'm guessing, is T-Money. What's up, Money?
What's up, Johnny?
Hey.
We are live. We are live. I've got Brasky in the room with me. We were riding around town earlier, and we were over there at Mount Moriah and Hickory Hill. Do you know where that's at?
Of course I know where that's at. I live in Memphis my whole
yeah,
life.
we tried to come into the studio on y'all, and we got turned away at the door by security. We were like a cut NFL player. Y'all changed the keypad on us.
Yeah, we did. We also did you like how we do everything to keep people out? The door's now locked on the front. You know what I'm saying? It just works out best.
Yeah, well, obviously, back in the day, back in the late 90s, you could just walk up in there and head back with Boogaloo and Big Sue back there and hang out with them.
That is true. Oh, that's so funny. Money, I got a question for you. There's a friend of ours, a mutual friend, who's a little upset with us.
Really?
It's Jessica Hughes. She
said, the fortune hunter?
The fortune hunter, yes. By the way, she's great at Australian women's basketball. She can tear that up. But she's like, she called me, went off on a rant about Canada. Something about Jay Morgan, is he single or not? And I was like, are you serious? And she's like, dude, if Jay is single, she says I'm in. She started yelling at me how I listen to you 2 hours every single day. Plus I have to listen to your stupid mouth at the Shell. So she jumped me today. So if you see her today, she's going to be in some rare form. But she's a very, very, very amazing person. And she's great at gambling, and she's always chasing that big parlay.
She is. She's a big parlay person. She likes to put them together, some obscure bets like Australian women's water polo, and then she'll put together and then she'll hit the parlay, like plus 600 and all kind of crazy.
I know. She makes me laugh. I love her to death.
I have an Australian women's water polo ringer.
Well, hold on. This is an emergency, Jay, because I'm not joking. She just texted me again. She says, seriously, is Jay single or not? Do you think we can do this to Jay? I don't think Jay could handle Jessica.
I don't think. I was going to say if this is going to be his first time,
that's right.
She may be a little hot to handle for Jay Morgan. He may want to.
You need to go to the bunny slopes
with something else.
Yeah,
get my toe in. That's right.
But anyway, we love you, Jessica. Now, Money, how's Uncle Brasky doing?
I got him right here.
Put that
doing
man on.
Great,
Let me
Johnny.
say what. What's up, Uncle Brasky? How you been?
Been doing great, Johnny. 4-0 last week. hit the dime bag again. We're living large.
Living large. You're in charge. You're going to have a Christmas this year, so you didn't
That's
gamble
right.
away all your kids' Christmas because you've actually been hotter than Cooter Brown. I'm telling you, you just must be listening to me and Jay Morgan. But when we get to our picks real quick, who's starting off today?
Well, I'll start off, I guess. First we got to give a shout-out to the Pirates. Y'all all know he was one of my favorite coaches.
Yep.
He was larger than life. He was great. We're going to miss the Pirate. I also want to give a shout-out. We've got a long-time listener, Johnny. We met him the other day, David, there at the Shell. Remember him?
Oh, yes.
We talked to him. He's our super fan. We call him Milk Truck David. He owns a couple milk trucks here in town, and he was a big super fan, so I want to give a shout-out to him. Thanks for listening, and he thinks we're hilarious, and we think he's hilarious. But we're going to start off with my plays. I like 2 plays. I like UTSA.
You like the Road Runners.
The 3 points. The Road Runners. I like a minus 3 points. We talked about this all day today. Who are they playing?
They're playing the men of Troy. No, they're not bad.
Troy, that's right.
This is 2 11-2 teams. Both in the top 25. Troy 24th. Texas San Antonio is 25th. Interesting little fun fact. You know who Troy beat this year? Which when I say this, you're probably gonna just like knock it off, dismiss it. I don't blame you. But Troy, they played the Ole Miss Rebels to a 18-point game, and they actually got the cover.
You remember that, Brasky? I do. I think that was my dime bag play that week.
It was.
Ole Miss minus 22 or something.
Yeah, and
I understand.
Yeah, so, it's, again, great teams win. Good teams win, great teams cover. They got that cover, and that was only one of their 2 losses. They lost to App State and Ole Miss. But you like the Roadrunners, huh?
I like the Roadrunners. They're favored for a reason, so I like them. Minus the 3 points.
It's pretty much probably because, by the way, just so you know this, Frank Harris, one of the best quarterbacks. A lot of people have no idea who I'm talking about.
Frank O'Harris?
No, Frank Harris, the quarterback for the Roadrunners. He's passed for almost 4,000 yards. He's got 30-plus touchdowns. He barely throws interceptions. I guarantee he doesn't have 8 of them on the season. My man can run. My man can throw. That's why I like the Roadrunners.
Yeah, anytime you got a dynamic quarterback like that who can take over a football game, you got to like him, especially minus the 3 points. It's under 1 score. I like it too, Johnny.
Man. Okay, so right now T-Money's giving us a little Roadrunner action. By the way, that goes at 2 o'clock today, so get your bets in. Who else you like?
Go ahead and get that. We've got your Christmas money ready now, okay? We're going to keep going. We also like SMU playing BYU. That's a tomorrow night game at 6:30. And we like the over in it, 64 points.
Is that the Albuquerque Bowl?
Yeah, they're playing in New Mexico.
The New Mexico Bowl.
There, so,
I call it Albuquerque.
Yeah, it'll be warm. It'll be nice. The temperature will be nice. So I think it's a recipe for a lot of touchdowns, a lot of scores. So I like that over 64 on the SMU BYU. The Mormons, they don't party
score
like the West Virginia people. Well, they can score, but they don't get out in the bowl season like West Virginia does. West Virginia
burns.
They
couches.
lay out and get into that moonshine and get all with their big girlfriends and all that, and then they never win a bowl game. But BYU's
they win the party.
Opposite of that. They win the party, but we're trying to win bowl games. We're trying to get this Christmas money together.
So SMU are laying the 4.5. We're rocking with Tanner Mordecai, huh?
No, we're going the over.
Oh, we're doing the over. Well, we're rocking with Tanner Mordecai to throw a bunch of touchdowns in.
Exactly. We like that 64 over. I think it gets there easy. It may get there about 7 minutes left in the third quarter.
All right, man. T-Money on point. What's Uncle Brasky got for us?
All right, Johnny. First of all, don't go out and spend that money you made last week. Don't go buy your wife a gift or buy your kids anything, because we're going to double that before this Friday.
Hell, the kids don't even remember what they got last year.
That's true.
Well, why spend all your money on these kids? They won't even know what they got.
And they don't even thank you because they think it's never mind. But you know what I'm saying. It's a difficult thing for a parent. Would you be a parent who just straight up said, "Nah, man, I'm sorry, that was for me"? Or are you gonna let the magic carry?
That's a great question. I don't know, Johnny. I really hadn't thought of it.
Man, I let
kids
the
were so
magic
used to
carry.
being disappointed, it never bothered them. I mean, they were used to getting disappointed. They've been that way all their life. So, all right, what we're going to start out with here, Johnny, it's a Thursday game, next Thursday. We're taking Baylor -5.5.
Air Force game? Baylor Air Force?
Yes.
Mhm.
Anytime you've had a month to prepare for the option, you're shutting it down.
Ooh, that's a good point. I like it. And they got one of the fastest set of linebackers out there.
Correct.
Sideline to sideline, they can roll.
Defense is good. What I'm fixing to give you next is going to be earth shaking, or in Memphis you could call it Buddha shaking. I don't know what you call it.
It's called the rump shaker.
Yeah, when I was in prison, we used to call this reckless eyeballing, when you stared at something too long. But I have looked this game over and over, and I'm going to give you the dime bag play right now before I get to the third play. The dime bag play is Florida +9.5 tomorrow.
Whoa. So you're against the Beaver? Like Oregon State, man? Woo, that's a scary one.
We know you love the Beaver. That's right.
It's my favorite mascot in all of college sports. The Roadrunner would be second.
Right. But I know you're going to say, well, our boy Richardson's not playing.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, but Jack Miller is. He's a 4-star, transferred for Ohio State, was fighting for the starting job and broke his thumb in the fall. So he's all healed up, ready to go. Florida's got better athletes. Now, the third play.
I like the fact you got me some Jack Miller getting his shot and his chance at fortune in Vegas, baby. I like it.
I love it. Correct. Now, the last play I'm going to give you, I want you to take 500 because you hit the dime bag last week, so we're playing on their money.
Okay.
This dime bag's going to hit.
So we got a double. We got a double dime bag.
No, we're going to take 500, and we're going to bet Florida on the money line.
Whoa!
I think they win this game outright.
Whoa! With that line being as large as it is, wonder what Florida is on the money line currently.
+290.
+290. Woo! I kind of, you know what? I might be crazy because I think I'm listening to you, Brasky. This is how legends are made.
I'm telling you, this is going to happen. I don't know why, but like I said, I reckless eyeballed this all week. Ever since it got out, I've been staring this thing down.
Oh, my goodness.
So,
I like it.
Say Florida loses by 3. You lose 500, you win 450 once you get juiced. I'm telling you, they're going to win this game. I've got a feeling they're going to win it outright.
I like it a lot. T-Money, Uncle Brasky, I appreciate all your time. Does that mean, are y'all in Memphis, or y'all in Mississippi, or y'all down in Biloxi?
No, we're in Memphis over here. I had to buy my brother's dumb kids a Christmas present this morning.
Oh, man,
because we're doing our family Christmas tomorrow, so I'm up here in Memphis. We need to get out and have a beer here in a minute.
All right.
I mean, it's about beer time for us.
It's about beer time.
I hope they're listening when he called them dumb.
It's okay. That's all right. They're not that bright. They won't even remember it 5 minutes from now.
Before you kick us off of here, what about some Liberty Bowl tickets?
You know what? For you two guys, I'll take care of that for you.
Man, I need 4, man.
All right. I guess you got to take the kids.
Or should we be talking to Jay Morgan about this? We need some buffet passes, a parking pass, and
I'm not eating a buffet while I'm there.
Why not?
Because he's going to be drinking his lunch.
Well, they got 2 bands in there. They got beer. They got barbecue in there.
Okay, we can go over there. Is there going to be any women there?
Man,
let's see.
It's bowl season in December, bro.
There'll be some big old corn-fed ones from Kansas to be down here.
That's a good point.
Get you roll on in there.
Well, hey, gentlemen, I'll take care of this. I'll see y'all later at the bar. Y'all be blessed.
All right, Johnny. Y'all be
good, y'all.
You know, the poor bar that I feel bad for the bartender because they know who we're coming. We're going to Pimento's Burgers Bar and Grill. There's so much more than pimento cheese. They got happy hour 3 to 7 daily, baby. 3 to 7 daily, $4 house cocktails, $4 glasses of wine, ladies, head on over to Pimento's Burgers Bar and Grill. And if you want some burgers, like I said, their burgers are straight fire. I love the sweet heat, the dirty meat and nasty, the cowboy burger, the loaded cheese fried burger, the one with the egg, which is called the Sunrise, or you can get a bacon pimento cheeseburger, straight up fires. They have appetizers, quesadillas. They have salads. You can get chicken, grilled shrimp, salmon. You pick it. They put on the protein. Pimento's Burgers Bar and Grill. It's right out here in East Memphis, right next to International Paper Drive. Head on over there. Tell them I sent you. And then don't forget one other thing that's extremely, this is crucial. $2 draft beer during the game. So whenever a game's on, you got the Colts and the Vikings tomorrow morning. Today, you got a little football action. $2 draft beer. That's Pimento's Burger Bar and Grill. So much more than just pimento cheese. Back in 2 shakes to close things out with some J. Morgan bets. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
0650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage, 0 security deposit, Forte PE 545 584, MSRP 22,150, Sorrento PG 172 274, MSRP 32,720, includes all rebates and incentives, must finance through KFA Hyundai, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 1/3/2023. Dealer stock only. Warranties a limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details. Mid-South Randy here at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah, and we're gearing up for the season of giving back. And if you buy a car now through December 31st, Kia will make a donation to our very own St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Hey, Jeff, my man took the day off to visit Santa to get his list ready, so I've got the helm today. And to celebrate, we've got 2023 Kia Forte LXS, 41 MPG Highway, $234 a month, 36-month lease, $27.99 due at signing. And 2023 Kia Sorrento LX, $388 a month, 36-month lease, $34.99 due at signing. Plus, you always get the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. And if we don't have it today, we'll order it for you. You won't pay over MSRP at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah. And like Jeff says, whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia Mount Moriah, 2680 Mount Moriah, or KiaMountMoriah.com.
So I've got the whole holiday gift thing knocked.
I'm guessing it has something to do with Central Barbecue.
Why would you assume that?
This is a Central Barbecue commercial.
Well, as it turns out, yes, it has to do with Central Barbecue. This year I'm giving everyone Central Barbecue gift cards.
Oh, so this is a Central Barbecue gift card commercial.
It makes sense. Everyone loves Central Barbecue, and this way they get to pick what they want from Central Barbecue.
I like it.
Plus, and this is the best part, I get to put an exact number on just how valuable a relationship is to me.
That's the best part.
When I give someone their Central Barbecue gift card, they'll be able to see that they are worth exactly $20 to me. Keeps everyone honest.
Well, that should be their new slogan.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus in Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, Orco hard coolers, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps. Fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic-approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you with Inflation Buster. That's more road trips, more front row seats. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you'll get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Call 833-7ROCKET today or visit inflationbuster.com to start saving.
For fees covered rate like date requirements and other terms and conditions, visit inflationbuster.com. Call 1-833-7ROCKET. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. In these uncertain economic times, there are so many things as a contractor and a business owner that I cannot control. The rising cost of materials, not to mention fuel and transportation costs. In the last 2 years, shingle prices have almost doubled and commercial materials have doubled. And I don't have to tell you what fuel costs these days. But you know what I can control? How much markup I put on a project. I have always prided myself in knowing I never gouge a customer. But in an effort to ensure my crews have work and my customers are being treated fairly, I have lowered my profit margin, hoping to give you a price you can live with and keeping my crews busy. So if you need a roof or gutters, please give us a call. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. Fiveash Roofing, a proud sponsor of Tiger Athletics and a member of the Tigers home team. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan's with me. Thanks to T-Money Brasky, Lee Sterling, Jay Ham. It's been a good show today, and it is a Friday, and we got bowl games already going on right now. Miami of Ohio is up 13.
Well, just one, John, singular.
To
bowl,
10.
Bowl game going on.
But we have a bowl game coming up, and I'm going to tell you right now.
Who's playing later, John?
We got the Roadrunners playing the Men of Troy. I'm sorry. I'm telling you right now.
That was great. Team Money saying, we're going to take UTSA minus the 3 against, who were they playing? It doesn't matter. That's right. That's how you bet right there, man.
It does not matter.
That's how I do it, at least.
Go with the Roadrunner. You know, this line has moved a lot, by the way.
Oh, fluctuation.
You know, at the time of publishing, at first, when the line was published, Troy was favored by 1.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
What a life.
And now,
John, I got some bets for you.
All right, you know what? Let's get to some bets. Because I wanted to ask you, though, is it okay if I'm having a feeling because of the way that T-Money was that do I want to put my kids' Christmas? Do I trust them?
Sure.
On the Roadrunner?
You know, I did. One of their dime bag specials, they told you to put $500 on, and we don't like giving out. We like giving out units, right? We don't tell people what their unit should be. That's what you told me earlier this week, remember?
Mm-hmm.
You told me that once.
I did. I actually told you it might have been this week.
That's the end of my statement.
Okay, well, now give me your bets, son.
John, I've got bets for you today. I got 3 in the NBA. We like the Hornets -1 against the Hawks. We've been fading the Hawks the last few weeks. We're going to do it again today. Hornets -1 at home against the Hawks. We like the Nets -2 going to Toronto and playing the Raptors. And we like the Magic going to Boston plus 13.5 tonight. I know you've been kind of iffy on the Celtics, so we're going to bet against the Celtics tonight. We also like, this is a system play in hockey, the Islanders on the money line against the Coyotes. This system that I found has been 5-0 since we've been trailing it. We're going to ride it again tonight.
Riding it again tonight. I will tell you right now, if you didn't know, if life hands you lemons, don't freak out. Don't even fret. Just make a lemon drop. Make sure it's with Tito's handmade vodka. And don't forget to pick up your Tito's at Grapevine Liquor and Wine, 5847 Getwell Road. They're in South Haven, Mississippi. Tell Jimmy the Delta Boy that I sent you. Head on down there. They also don't just have Tito's. They got the largest selection of bourbons, gins, vodkas, wine from all over the world. Grapevine Liquor and Wine. For Jay, I'm John. Y'all do me a favor. Get out there. Make that world a better place. We're going to see you on the flip side. Peace.
The season has changed.